Toasty afternoon in Cincinnati. Temperatures expected to reach the lower 80s. Tyree Walker still on his feet, and Walker's going to pick up a first down. He'll shove the pile towards midfield. He'll motion into the backfield. And Pryor a touch and a crease. Pryor with the house call to start. And the Bearcats strike first.
In the play action game, and now you go back to the run. Great job by the offensive line, specifically tight end Patrick Gurd, sealing out the edge player. But the reason this play works is that they've won on the run early, they won on the RPO game, and all of a sudden Evan Pryor has the defense guessing. This Cincinnati team they're facing right now was the most complete offense they faced all season long. So they're just building confidence for the team.
Sorsby with time, floats one deep, man-to-man coverage right over the top, and he snuck it in there. And you wonder there about the two injured starting cornerbacks for Iowa State. Do we start to see a difference there? And again with Pryor. Four receivers set in that upper part of your screen. Sama with a leap and a big-time play on first down. Still on his feet. And a punishing finish inside the 35. And taking in the action, enjoying the sights and sounds, firing up this capacity crowd, as is the team on the field. Tyree Walker bangs ahead for a 12-yard gain. Walker again, punishing finish. Bowls over a Cyclone defender at midfield. Second down and 10. Sorsby wants to run it again, and he will. Sorsby with the spin. He'll pick up the first down, a gain of 11 more. After the timeout, third down and 5. That's Allen, the A&M transfer in motion. Open in the flat, Sorsby the other way. Pass is caught, Joe Royer to the end zone. And a hop, skip, and a jump.
Be proud. Joe Royer was on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage, and so he runs across the formation. The defense not only doesn't get him, but you also see a missed tackle by safety Marcus Neal Jr. Had an opportunity.
At 5-0 for the second straight year. Played in the Big 12 championship game last season. Beck wants it all. Has a man-to-man coverage on that back hip. The pass is corralled. Two running backs in the backfield flanking Rocco Becht. Sama's got it. He'll test the left edge with success. That's a first down and more. Into the red zone go the Cyclones. And Iowa State on the final play of the first quarter. And they'll have it on 1st and 10 in the red zone. Rocco Becht, how about the cut and the maneuver into the end zone, and just like that, Iowa State on the board. Back in business.
It felt like this was the response that was needed. It's going to be a quarterback power, really two pullers coming back, so a quarterback counter because there's two guys coming back.
Isaiah Johnson goes in motion, and he picked up the football in the process. Johnson to the edge. Isaiah Johnson inside the 15. Pryor, the running back, on first down in the red zone. Another touch. Pryor cuts it back against the grain into the end zone. Yes!
You want people who can do it all. Joe Royer, number 11. He scored that touchdown earlier. Look at him. That's called a stock block. Just stay on your guy just enough to let running back Evan Pryor do the rest. This is clinic real, but somebody's got to step up and make a play.
Five-man front, weaving through traffic. Tyree Walker, and he's going to pick up a first down. To lose two starting corners within the span of 2 weeks, both thought to be two of the best in the Big 12 this season. Walker pushes ahead again for a first. Inside the 30. Pryor is the running back. Sorsby will keep it. Into the end zone. He'll high step in for the score. Within the friendly confines of the Big 12, and we saw this from Brendan last year. Gain of 6. Second down and 4. Hansen to give. And Hansen out of bounds. Cyclones with one timeout remaining. Shoved out of the 40 by Logan Wilson. Empty backfield for Becht. He'll take off straight ahead. A-gap diving ahead. And he's there for the touchdown. Every inch was needed by the veteran quarterback, Rocco Becht.
Quarterback, 6 feet, a little over 200, taking on a linebacker, Jack. I heard it may be a pass to the right. Let's see if they kept it.
They will snap it, and they'll send it backwards. There's the pass. And in the back corner of the end zone, corralled for the two-point conversion. It's Ben Brahmer from Major Cantrell. Here's Beck, front pylon. Pass is caught. Was he inbounds with possession? Yes. Brett Eskilsson into the end zone, and his second touchdown of the year.
NFL defensive coordinator for the Eagles, he says, man, you could have perfect coverage, but even if you have a perfect coverage, a better pass.
Pins on the look. Six-man box. We'll run the option. Late pitch. Right decision. The ball's dropped. And it squirts out of the pile. Iowa State thinks that they have it, and they do. Trying to melt this clock down. Sorsby wants it now. Has a man, and it's hauled in. Caleb Goody racing to the end zone. 82 yards. What a moment at Nippert.
Caleb Goody, he's one of the fastest receivers in the nation. You're seeing the speed, the transfer from Colorado State. 6'1", 178. No, he's not the biggest.
Becht, heave one deep. Got a man, and it's hauled in at the 26. Chase Sowell.
That's the only way to describe that play.
Empty backfield. Iowa State utilizing tempo. Back goes down. Jalen Hunt. Becht thought about running it. Now is sandwiched out of bounds. Jay Golday. Here's Rocco Becht. Wants to throw it. Got his man. It's Chase Sowell. And the touchdown for Iowa State.
It's his matchup. They call it a whip route. You go inside, you come back outside. Beautifully placed ball.
Timeout remaining. Empty backfield for Becht. He'll float one up for his tight end. Brahmer. And he caught it. A one-possession game. Ben Brahmer.
Empty backfield. Second and long once again for the Wildcats. Johnson floats it. Joe Jackson with the catch. Close to a first down. It's his birthday today. So there you go. His first present is a 13-yard reception thanks to Avery Johnson.
You got to bow up, right? You're right outside the red zone. You got to try to hold Kansas State to a field goal attempt.
Johnson, the seas part. The first punch delivered by Kansas State. 6-0, 31 yards for Avery Johnson.
And the big boys up front doing the dirty work, blocking on that draw. That's a nice job, again, by Matt Wells. The backers have to leave in the middle of the field, right? We have a nice job by these two blocking, and he gets Avery Johnson in his A-gap downhill for a touchdown run. Right there, you see it right there. He reads it. Nice drop stop, takes off. Nobody's in the middle of the field, Pete. Wide open. We talked about
93, that's 10th in the FBS. So he's been carrying a load and does it again. Johnson knocks him down, but Washington, another first down, an 18-yard gain. See Robertson and Caden Knighton once again in the backfield. Under pressure, Ashton Hawkins. Hawkins escapes a few tacklers, takes it down to the 16-yard line. There's a flag on the play. Check that, player is down. Austin Romaine, the anchor of that defense, barking out signals to his cohorts. Cameron grabs it. Shoestring catch, looks like for now. Officials say he did catch it. Baylor in the red zone. Robertson. Wilson almost intercepted. It was intercepted. Daniel Cobbs comes through in the clutch.
rolling up. They can get 3 or 4 yards here or 3 yards. They'll go for it on 4th down.
Washington catching bodies. Spinning out of traffic, loses the football. Payne hopped on it, and eventually Newsome grabbed it. What do the officials say? Kansas State football. 3rd catch of the afternoon for Trigg. Bryson Washington spinning out of trouble after the fumble, no problem, 14 yards. True freshman Cade Knighton in the backfield. Play fake to him. Robertson under trouble, somehow escapes. Whips it to Knighton. How about that Houdiniac from Sawyer Robertson? 15 yards.
I mean, what a play.
9 of 12, 86 yards. And the one miscue. Oh, no miscue there. Touchdown, Kobe Prentice. His 6th of the year. Only 17 catches.
All he does is catch touchdowns. And this is a great job by Sawyer Robinson, right? Looking off the safety and then throwing a dot down the seam. See it right here. He's going to run this downhill. You're going to get Josh Cameron coming out here, and he splits the two guys and hits them down the middle. You're going to see the safety rotate over. This is a nice job. See how he looks left, buys the safety, and then splits the linebacker and safety.
Yeah, K-State 0 for their last 3 third downs. 2-5 on the day. Johnson escapes it. Jerron Tibbs, his first catch of the day is a huge one. 2nd and 7. Johnson slings it. Wide open. Tibbs again. Is finally wrapped up and thrown down inside the 35. A 30-yard gain. Robertson with time, floats it for Trigg, who climbs the ladder and comes down with it. Yes, sir. Logan Bartley, the freshman, was just outmatched. 2nd and 10. Robertson zips it. Wilson again, making guys miss inside the 30. You can bet he's hanging on to that football. 26-yard gain.
Really good job by Sawyer Robinson.
Robertson to Turner. Blitzing was fair, and that opened up the door for a 17-yard touchdown for the freshman Michael Turner.
Right here, I want you to watch Austin Romaine. He tries to come over the top, but he misses his play. And watch how physical Michael Turner is running this football. Split zone, he gets over the top, breaks the tackle, and gets into the end zone. I told you the difference between him and Caden Knighton. He's 6 foot.
1:51 left on the clock. 3 timeouts for Kansas State, and Avery Johnson once again. This was the touchdown play.
And Dave Aranda had the perfect play. We call this a text game between the defensive tackle and the end.
Johnson finds Edwards. He finds space. Dragging tacklers with him after he sneaks by a set of them. 13 yards, finally taken down by Jordan.
Nice play design by Matt Wells. You have to pull up on the sideline.
Johnson. Play fake to Jackson, wide open. Garrett Oakley. 9 career touchdowns for Oakley. 3rd all-time for a Kansas State tight end. His 2nd of the year.
Oh, love the eye candy by Matt Wells.
Wow, the fake to Edwards was flawless. But here's Jace Brown, finally unlocked down to the 25-yard line. Bobby makes the stop, 29-yard gain.
Winning the battle in the trenches.
Beautiful throw. Jace Brown with the catch. Hush over the crowd, 12-yard touchdown.
Get into the end zone. We've been wondering, where's Jace Brown been? He showed up big on this last drive.
Motion from Michael Trigg back in the game. Good sign for Baylor fans. Austin knocked down. Cody Stufflebeam.
Guys, we're talking about Florida kids. I'm a Florida kid, too. I bounced back from that hit. I'll get back out there.
I think a lot of other reporters or people in your shoes might have had the stretcher out there, Tori. Johnson feeling it, floating it. Ancio, did he pull it down? Yes!
I believe he did.
25 yards. Had a touchdown last week, sort of snuck out of the backfield and scored on a 3-yarder. Johnson, 229 passing yards, 23 of 30. He's been lights out. Edwards bounces it, brings it into the end zone. A 5-yard touchdown.
they have to be running down as far as their energy.
Robertson finds Trigg. 15-yard gain. Quay Moss on the stop. Play fake for Robertson. Finds Trigg wide open. Look at the big fella snatch it and fall inside the 30-yard line. Rich takes him down. Wilson sneaks inside the red zone and ducks to a first down after a great catch. That's 11 yards. The chains continue to move. Turnover margin. They really haven't done a good job of creating turnovers this season. They could use one here. Oakley running dudes over. 7th catch of the game. That one for 13 yards. Michael Trigg grabs it. Oh, and was literally one hand away from taking it into the end zone. McIntosh saves the day. A 42-yard gain, though, for Baylor. Robertson. Trigg, get out of here. No, he didn't.
Yes, he did. I mean, Michael Trigg, show out. Go up. One-handed big fella, left hand. Hold off the defender. Secure the catch. Get that left foot in bounds. What a catch.
Under further review. Rolling on the...
Robertson with time. A wide open Bryson Washington. Trucking one defender, trucking two, dances into the end zone, 11-yard gain. Daniel Cobbs didn't stand a chance.
I love the progression right there by Sawyer Robinson. He looks to the left, looks back to the right, gets to his check down. And we've talked about Bryson Washington's toughness all game long. Let's not forget, Avery Johnson's legs are always up. You have to have pass rush lane responsibility.
Rush integrity is how Matt Powledge put it. Jackson wide open on the opposite side of the field. Cooper Lance takes him down, but not before an 18-yard gain.
What a play by Avery Johnson. Pressure off the edge.
It's about time. The pressure comes, and so does the turnover. Jacob Redding streaking down the sideline. All he wanted to do was play for Baylor. He's realizing the dream today. 69 yards on the return.
And I've been talking about it, Pete. Dave Aranda has not sent pressure.
But right now, it's all Baylor.
Dave Aranda sent some pressure. Nice job by Jacob Redding undercutting the tight end. And then you got the blockers out in front. My man takes it to the house to give Baylor the... Now just go back to what you were doing. He was playing with confidence, being efficient with the football. Just an inopportune time for a turnover. And they're going down the field.
Jace Brown got behind the coverage. Loses his helmet. Now the play is stopped.
Play stops, yeah.
Motion from Oakley. He's got 7 catches today. Brown catches it this time and is slung down at the 41-yard line, but a 16-yard gain prior to that. Kick is up and it's blocked. Caden Jenkins grabs it.
What I talked about, Pete Wright, low trajectory. Get your hands up. What a block by the Baylor Bears. I believe there's 1 second on the clock still.
And the rest of the team, they know exactly who the quarterback was going to be based on performance.
Bachmeier takes a shot downfield for Chase Roberts, adjusting, and he hangs on. Quickly, don't allow a more physical BYU team to get settled. This could be coming back. Darian Alexander, stiff arm, and pulled down. We get a flag, might be a horse collar. Either way, it's going to be first and goal, BYU.
Boy, did he do a nice job with his eyes, looking back at the quarterback, Wilkins, and Wilkins with a touchdown-saving tackle, but that one's going to be half the distance. With that horse collar, you see the right hand get right in the back of that shoulder pad.
3 touchdown passes, 5 picks on the season.
Little misdirection. It's Parker Kingston in for a score. BYU capitalizes 1 play after the interception. Lead points. They're up 7-0.
At West Virginia,
And their
power
best
conference.
cover man, best corner.
Middle screen, Kingston. Open sesame. Parker Kingston with his second touchdown of the game. The passing touchdown when it comes to Parker Kingston, not off the table.
Yeah, they invite everybody upfield, and then Bruce Mitchell, the center, got the best block of the offensive line. That was the
Fox, option keeper. He's got wheels. And finally tracked down from behind by Falatau.
tremendous size.
The fake to Kingston. Screen pass picked off by Chase Wilson. He's the heartbeat of this West Virginia defense. And he brings it out back across the 35-yard line. Off the RPO, what a strike. Chase Roberts chugging across the 40, tight ropes the sideline, and finally pulled down by Darian Lewis at the 4-yard line.
Boy, that's an excellent throw and catch and good read by Bachmeier.
L.J. Martin in for 6.
Well, of course I did. See what the touchdown is, or if he's short or not.
Carson Ryan, talented 6'4" tight end, goes slot right. Nickel blitz. Pitch is not backwards. West Virginia able to cover it up. Instincts in the read. First and goal, Mountaineers. The handoff to Hubbard. Feet turning and in for 6.
Provided by Fred Perry on the defense. Complimentary football. And 9 times out of 10, they wanted to hit me anyway, so I was just giving it to Chuck Witherspoon to walk into the end zone.
Bachmeier again, downfield. What a strike. It's Kingston. Boy, the big plays. Let's see how they play this third down, knowing they've got a strong-footed kicker. They keep it on the ground. It's Bachmeier, second level, and a hair shy of the line to gain. Empty set for Bear Bachmeier. Fakes to Martin. Bachmeier walks it in untouched.
Can win with, and every single week.
That's the old fake. And a first down for BYU. Sam Vanderhaar, the holder. Wilkins loads up. Wants Vaughn. Juggled.
Wow.
And intercepted.
Just itching to break one.
Mooney goes wide. Bachmeier throws him the screen. Has to beat a man in space. He does. Lost the football. It's recovered by West Virginia. Wilkins, QB draw. Touchdown, Khalil Wilkins.
Up the field and turn it. And that provided a nice big hole for
Bachmeier takes the fly sweep, keeps it, and he picks up a huge chunk.
got a lot of it back.
2nd and 7 for 1st and 20. Martin punches it in. Game, 12 plays, 75 yards, almost 7 minutes off the game clock.
For his freshman quarterback.
Khalil Wilkins, first career start, takes a shot downfield. Back shoulder throw, and it is complete. That's Jeff Weimer. They had the stars of stars. Fox lets it fly and connects with Cam Vaughn for a touchdown. First career touchdown pass for Scotty Fox.
In this game, he came in earlier when Wilkins had to go out, had a nice run, and then.
And West Virginia was the unquestioned power. L.J. Martin breaks loose. And taken down inside the 15 by Tarnu. Wigman, and that's a long throw, trying to hit Connors as the quarterback Wigman was surrounded. Morton taking a shot on 3rd and 20, and wide open downfield is Caleb Douglas for the first down catch.
Outside, this is a blown coverage. Will James, watch him work inside. Leaves Douglas wide open down the field. And boy, you can't.
2nd and 10 from the 25. Jacoby Williams with a crease inside the 15 and down to the 11 for 14 yards and a first down.
They begin with some tempo against an Oklahoma State group that's light up front and dismal in their secondary in terms of depth. And that will be tested early and often. A 12-yard run here. 5'10" junior from California awaits in the shotgun. Pokes creeping. They'll run it right back at him. Hit the left edge and midfield. Another first down, this time in Oklahoma State territory. Faced by the speed of Mahdi. Now on the toss. The Cats sticking with a deliberate ground approach and close to another first down beneath the 35-yard line. Kyron Duhan. After the shot play, 2nd down and 5 for Fafita. Clapping for the snap. Off play action, drives one, completes to the 20. Chris Hunter. 8th play of the drive, down the line, right back to him. Behind his blocks and out of bounds above the 15-yard line. Hunter runs 6'1". He's a junior. He missed the season opener against Hawaii. 2nd down in the red zone. Poke showing blitz. Picked up. And now the protection breaks down, and Fafita is sacked. Malik Charles. Fafita back to work. Wants to unload quickly. Gets it back in the red area and gives his head coach the option to maybe go for it here on 4th down. Nunu Watley had a chance in the end zone and could not reel it in. Needs 3 on 4th down. Drives one. Caught. End zone. Touchdown. Trey Spivey. For the 2nd week in a row, and the Cats strike first.
Almost looked like they got him to jump off sides using the hard count before this play. But you see Spivey, great move right there. Finds the zone and settles down before putting his shoulders down.
The 3rd-year freshman at the controls for Oklahoma State, chasing a touchdown as they get their first opportunity. A little now route out to the perimeter, and Arizona swarms it. Have been all season in this secondary. New personnel as they match up with the high-octane Arizona Wildcats. How about Mahdi and what he's brought? 189 rushing yards against Kansas State. Chris Hudson coming off 6 catches last week. He crosses the formation. Quincy Craig stepping into Fafita's backfield. OK State drops 8. A long wait. 5 Mississippi. Fafita on the move. He read it through to exhaustion, nothing doing. Give this secondary, retooled as it is. They did just get a 3 and out, and now from empty, Flores able to hit the in-breaking route from Shamar Rigby, the sophomore from St. Petersburg, Florida. He's got at least 1 catch in every game this season. This one gains 4. Now some tempo. Rush picked up. Flores takes off across the logo and into Arizona territory to the 30 of the Cats.
And just a great job being aware. Man coverage, backs turned to you on the back end on defense. We know Danny Gonzalez in Arizona love to strap it up and go man-to-man. And so
Logan Ward, his long 49, this 47 to get the Pokes on the board. It's a good shot there, isn't it? Also mentioned that 2nd possession for Oklahoma State. On the scramble from Flores, they've made it into Arizona territory. To the arm side again, running out of room, and time, it's incomplete. Sticky coverage throughout the secondary.
Actually at the Las Vegas Bowl when Arizona went to their first bowl game in 10 years, so that was really cool. But it's just so fun what everyone's doing here, what this program's doing here at the University of Arizona in the process, and that's what's really cool.
This is not Shark Tank, by the way. Stop trying to sell stuff.
Well, you wanted to ask what was in here, so I had to sell it as well because my brother dropped it last week. I'm sorry. I love it.
Rob Gronkowski, thanks for joining us, man.
Thanks for having me. Bear down. Go Wildcats.
JB?
Fafita against the blitz, able to find his mark again. We've seen catches from Chris Hudson and Nunu Watley.
up those eyes in the secondary again.
Fafita on the give, and that was nearly a house call. A touchdown saving tackle from Malik Charles. So Arizona getting back to full strength on their depth chart. A good tackle at the line of scrimmage will bring up third down. Brian McCoy Jr. is going to put these Pokes on his back this season. Cat set up 2-by-2 for Fifita. Looking for 4 yards on this third down wrap. Oh, that was hot to handle. How about the moves by Spivey? Stumbling back to pay dirt. 22 yards. Touchdown, Trey Spivey. Touchdown, Arizona. Due respect.
With all due respect, the initial grab right here, I mean, that was a fingertip catch to start, coming in the slot. But you mentioned at that height to have that kind of dexterity, stop and go ability. Completion slow him down.
The first 3 games, Jackson only had 3 touches. Last week he had 3 completions. By the way, Cam Abshire is a first-year Poke after 3 seasons at the D2 level.
I've heard of a former college offensive lineman being able to swing it that well.
Look at this second-level blitz, and the Cats get hands on it again. Dalton Johnson part of that wave. Back-to-back pass breakups. Has had to step in at left tackle. See if the post can take advantage. Protection is there. A whistling fastball out to Wysong. He makes the first Cowboy miss, and he's up to the 50. 17 on the strike from Fifita. Oklahoma State just missed a long field goal. Arizona looking to tack on to their lead in this second. Jet sweep. Chris Hudson able to hit the edge. And swipe through a would-be tackle and is thrown out of bounds with a new first down for Noah Fifita last week on the road in the Big 12. Been pretty sharp here so far. They caved down that right side and paved the way for Mahdi to run for 7. Zane Flores hands off. Rodney Fields Jr. rumbling over the right side. Some contact to finish, a gain of 10.
All of a sudden, Fields with some juice, able to make a man miss.
Nice wrap up in the backfield here as Arizona gets a tackle for loss. Chase Kennedy has 2 touchdowns in this opening half. Looking to build on a 14-3 advantage. Plenty patient with his running game as Mahdi gets buried behind a retooled offensive line.
What each scheme demands, and do that at quarterback. No easy task. As we see him using the double cadence, sending a signal to his receivers.
He's got trips into that boundary. Back to pass. Spins one to the 35. Complete to Hudson. Necessity, but also by design. Not just because of the heat, because certain players have earned it. They swallow up another run here. Fifita on the keeper had nowhere to go. But Bowen's point was so much of college football has become to help out Fifita with protection. Here they come. Hot off his blind side. Dodging traffic. How did Fifita get away? Now flings it. Alone in the middle. Caught. And this could go the distance. Unbelievable. Luke Wysong, 47 yards from Fifita the magician.
The scootability from your quarterback, all-out blitz, tries to roll out of it here, and a great job by the second wave of that rush for Oklahoma State. But just too much. Fifita puts his foot in the ground and still keeping his eyes downfield. That, to me, JB, the biggest difference.
That was going to remain on the sideline today. That one looks laminated. Look out here. Howland flung for a huge loss. We know he can spin it, but so do Dalton Johnson and the Cats. Call to punt again. Wysong, who just scored a touchdown, says get away. That's kicked by Oklahoma State, so it's a free return opportunity, and Luke plans to make the most of it. All the way back into Oklahoma State territory. Fifita thinking right along those lines. That's tall. That's picked. Intercepted by the Cowboys at the 20. And how about the return all the way back into Arizona territory? The captain, Parker Robertson.
Fields, you can run it. Play action pass, good protection, and extra blitzer there at the end. Just incredible leadership.
Arizona creeping on both edges, showing blitz. Nothing doing on the give to Trent Howland. U of A throws it back. It's third down at the 3-minute mark against BYU. But nonetheless, right now on paper, it's a consensus. Top 30 defense here in Tucson. Flores on 3rd and long. That was a confident stroke. Davis brings it in and keeps the drive alive. Good operation, and the boots is good. Squat 500, but he's one of them now, playing running back here in Tucson. Fifita with the bobble, now in trouble. That's a catch. Another move inside by Quincy Craig. How did he pluck that one off the turf? Set it down for Fifita in that fringe long field goal area. Pocket caving in. This one is caught at the 20. Luke Weissong having his best day as a Cat. Now easily into field goal range with 4 seconds remaining. It's a 20-yard hookup in over 20 years. Off the play fake, Zane Flores into trouble and intercepted on the first rep of a new half. Javion Cole.
Covered the entire way, probably one that you just need to sail out of bounds over the receiver's head, but you're trying to force a big play in the passing game. Get them into a rhythm.
Fifita a long wait at the mesh points. Mahdi cut down behind the line of scrimmage.
Who else? Toe tap.
The quarterback keeper here, and it goes for a loss. Deshaun McKnight playing on the other side of scrimmage again. Important. A direct snap over the left side. Ball comes out. Scoop and score opportunity still on the deck. And the Cats will have to settle for a fumble recovery. Trey Smith, the captain, pounces on it. It's become a force. Fifita rolling away from trouble. A ball fake to scoot up the sideline and get a couple. Can he pick up a dozen? Fires middle. Oh, what a catch. Crossing left to right and turning the corner. And down inside the 5. Have a day, Trey Spivey. Noah Fifita fumbles. And Oklahoma State takes over on the 1-yard line. Wendell Gregory has been everywhere. And McCoy scoops it up.
Opening up more opportunity for the Wildcats receivers.
Back to pass again. Tons of time. To the end zone with some touch. Nunu Watley. Touchdown, Arizona.
That's an athletic mismatch every time. That's what you hunt if you're offensive coordinator Seth Doege.
Now or never for Oklahoma State. On the road at Tucson. Nothing doing. Savai Naya with a takeover on downs. And this Arizona defense continues to dominate. And Fifita working on a 4-touchdown day with Quincy Craig in his backfield. Play action shot here. Got it! Fifita flawless. 29 yards over the shoulder of Chris Hunter. They've gone out and made plays for their quarterback today.
Quarterback sees he's got a one-on-one opportunity, and you're right.
Is not dressed today. Hope to see him next week in Stillwater. A give around the left side. Freeman had nowhere to go. A loss of 2 as Arizona played it to perfection. Let's see if they do go for the sticks. They will. Fifita dodges the first, steps up, and is sacked. The score is not going to reflect the effort that this defense brought to Tucson today.
She's got the pageant scene on lock.
As a junior who has a famous father, I see you working there. Well done, Mike Golda Jr. 3rd down 5. Here's Bowen's first toss if he can get it off. Instead, tracked down from behind and sacked.
1st and a mile.
Locked to the air for the first time, and that's going the other way. Cam Smith with a pick 6. Now it's 9. It's Fields. LaDainian Fields celebrates a defensive touchdown. Another one for Bowen and company to celebrate. Fields, the redshirt freshman. The catch point, and then with the football in their hand.
11 drops on the season turned into a bunch of opportunities, showing that group he still has plenty of faith in them to go do it.
Wendell Gregory has shined on defense for Oklahoma State. Locke goes back to the air, settles his feet, and drives one up the seam. Contested catch. Let's see. Who's got it? Wow. Oklahoma State signaling takeaway. Gio Richardson saying, I got the ball right here.
His fellow freshman Isaiah Mizell hyping him up and fighting for the ball the entire way through. Great play from the freshman wideout.
39 on the gain, and Yarbrough did well just to hold on to the football. Knifing through, it's Gregory again, a former 4-star recruit. Assistant back at USC. Clean platform here, getting antsy. The clock runs out and he sacks. To the air again on 3rd down and long. Walls caving in and back-to-back sacks for the Pokes. His career-long 52 in the opener against Hawaii. This to reset the high water mark from 57, and he crushed it. Banks Bowen on in relief of Zane Flores today, quarterback for the Cowboys. Handles a low snap. Riley Wilson in on the tackle. He had a couple of 3rd down sacks in Ames last week.
Get after the quarterback around here. You put that on tape, and no doubt Danny's eyes are going to be wide, trying to figure out all the ways he can use it as we got a quarterback run called here for Bowen going for the 1st down.
Showing off the wheels.
Trying to figure out where do you go next as a program without the man that's been leading it in one way or another for over 2 decades.
A Hicks run left side here, shut down by Arizona. Arizona's about to get to 4-1, win their conference home opener. Some discombobulation, meanwhile, for Oklahoma State. Banks Bowen in at quarterback.
The quest for Brent Brennan this season, trying to right those wrongs, get this team to a bowl and beyond.
A design QB run here above the 40. And I think you're taking us in the right direction. This year is not last year, right?
3rd medium. They like to get their 6'7" tight end involved.
He had the game-tying touchdown last week. Instead, Wigman takes off, and he gets a block and picks up the 1st down out past the 45-yard line. He's running a lot more effectively. Houston. Wigman with time. Going downtown. It's underthrown, but still caught. Flags are down, but Kobe Young made the catch anyway. His first reception of the season.
On Balfour, this ball was actually underthrown. Great adjustment by Young to complete that catch.
Wide open is Dickey, read beautifully by the quarterback. Morton. Dickey is still going. Inside the 30. Inside the 10. All the way for a 69-yard touchdown.
Touchdown. There's going to be pressure here from Platt, pressure from Gardner, and then nobody stays with Dickey out of the backfield, completely unidentified, and it's an excellent read and find from Baron Morton, and the rest is just Cameron Dickey in the open field, make the safety miss, heels to the field, and speed.
Pass play, Wigman. Dumping it off, Snead, and tackled right away. Another great play by Rodriguez, bringing up 3rd down. Wigman to the air, and the pass is picked off by Rodriguez. And then he hurdles a Cougar and is still going. And finally brought down inside the 25-yard line.
Wigman never saw Jacob Rodriguez. He's going to be staring down the end cut, never sees Rodriguez. Eyes on the quarterback, feels it, steps right in front, and an excellent interception and quality yards after the catch. How about the athleticism, the former quarterback?
They get right to the line here to snap it on 2nd and goal. Another Williams run, and Williams is in for the Texas Tech touchdown.
Not a whole lot there. You see the low pad level, the leg drive into the end zone. It was all set up. And Joey McGuire happy to have him as his D coordinator.
Wigman hit as he throws, and it's pulled in by Stephon Johnson near midfield for a gain of about 20. Well, they just haven't come back to haunt him because they've been blowing teams out. Nice play in the backfield again by Rodriguez, taking down Connors for a loss. Houston 1 of 4 on 3rd down. They'll try to get a chunk of it here and then go for it on 4th down, you would imagine. Wigman with time, hit, fumbles the ball, and it's recovered by the Cougars. Turnovers, they have the ball again after turning over Houston on downs. And Morton in trouble, and he's sacked back at the 37-yard line. Four-man rush this time. Morton from the pocket completes the pass to Virgil, who's able to slip 2 tackles, and Virgil still going before he's finally dragged down.
Thick build and a physical run.
Morton long throw to the sideline, and the catch is made, and another missed tackle, and Douglas is free inside the 20 and inside the 15. Thank you, Taylor. Meanwhile, Rodriguez with a tackle for a loss. That interception that you saw as Chris's pass is caught. Well, that was a tough throw, and Amari Thomas is going to have a walk-in 64-yard touchdown.
Going to come in. Okay, then you have man-to-man coverage outside, and it's just going to be Amari Thomas going to win one-on-one with Brendan Jordan. Pressure in his face, pretty tight coverage, and an absolute dime delivered by Amari Thomas, and Brendan Jordan falls down after the catch. And finally, a big explosive play for Houston to get them on the board and potentially back in this ball game here before halftime.
That's Chris's second completion of the season. Again, he played a lot last year. Chris facing pressure, gets away, and his pass is pulled down for 2 points by Stephon Johnson. An alley-oop, a lob.
Millions step up and just float this thing because Stephon Johnson comes wide open, climbs the ladder high.
That was an altitude in Salt Lake City. Long throw, Morton. They're a little bit closer to field goal range, and now in field goal range after the missed tackle, and finally knocked out of bounds. With 10 seconds left is Caleb Douglas around the 22-yard line. And Morton has 261 passing yards and a touchdown, and he's going back to work, but pressure's on. He gets hit. The ball flutters out of his hand, and it's ruled a fumble recovered by Texas Tech. Still have to go to Arizona State in a couple weeks. Should be a great one. Nice move as Jacoby Williams breaks free. First down and more. And finally caught up to by Jordan Allen.
Just made the whole thing go.
Chris to throw, pressure on, and Chris is sacked back at the 19-yard line by David Bailey, who is a part of that transfer class. Looking at 5-0. They can hang on here. Aiken has it at the 30. Trying to get the edge at the 50, and does before he's run out of bounds.
I expected more resistance from Florida State at home here tonight.
Beat Alabama week 1, but now staring at back-to-back losses. Virginia in overtime on a Friday night, and then home against Miami tonight. Chris Vermillion scrambling and picking up the first down out at the 30. On this possession, but a huge smack in the backfield again. It's David Bailey walloping Jamarian Burnett. Couple of sacks, couple of tackles for losses in this game. Chris Vermillion running here, and they're going to blow it dead short of the line to gain, but it's 3rd down and 2, so he gets 12 yards there. Line, though, so not a chance to blow the whistle to further review it. It doesn't matter now because Williams is in the end zone for the Texas Tech touchdown.
They're going to do a really nice job here. You see Carter open up this hole for Jacoby Williams. Just going to follow that right side, lean forward and get to the end zone. It's hard to poke many holes in this football team, what they put out there. They're almost 5 full games in.
Dickey running to the left, caught the ball up, and recovered by Houston. First turn, not even a single vote for the AP Top 25 coming into this week. Chris Vermillion running downhill. Nice juke of Brendan Jordan. And on 1st and 30, he gets about 20. Now, Texas Tech with 480 yards of total offense. They had 350 at halftime. First down for Jacoby Williams. Run out of play at the 39. 18 more yards for Williams. And they should move into the top 10. The last time they were in the top 10 was also 2013. Cameron Dickey on the loose down the sideline. And out of bounds. He actually stepped out back around the 13.
Daniels to throw, a little behind, but a fantastic adjustment made by Keaton Quebeca coming off his best game, running roughshod in the first stanza, 63 on the year. See a lot of motion tonight. Daniels hitting the brakes, gobbled up for a loss, and it was Malachi Lawrence, part of a fantastic edge duo. Him and Nigel Kelly are forces. To LeShawn Williams, leading running back, will set up a 4th and 6 situation. And that was his show here in Orlando. Will throw and trying to pick that.
Arm strength, good accuracy.
And they will rely on this man on the ground. Tumbling over tackles is Miles Montgomery. Lyric Rawls bring him down. First down, UCF.
Gonna have to manage that run game.
Jackson clean pocket and a strike to speedy Dwayne Thomas Jr. They call him the Manu Ginobili of the UCF offense.
Like you just saw.
Thomas to the sideline there. 3rd down and short. Montgomery will try to slip out of a tackle. Fantastic second effort. Miles Montgomery coming off the best game of his career, 100 yards on the ground against K-State. Huge pickup there. Jackson, the quick toss, complete to Charles, his second catch, and fighting his way to the 36-yard line. And there's a sweep action by Chris Domerkent. And that will set up a 3rd and manageable here. Montgomery's got the rock, he's got a hole! Bye-bye, Miles Montgomery!
Him more involved in the right side of this offensive line and then the center as well. Carter.
Houston and Texas Tech going on now, battle of undefeateds. Daniels to Harry Stewart out of the backfield to the 30-yard line. Carson Bruin in the backfield. All Jalen Daniels following Bruin, has a pulling blocker and a lot of black jerseys there right at the line to gain. Daniels will throw the feathery touch to the dabbing tight end, Bowden Gruen. He is starting to blow up. Marshall now checks in at quarterback. Saw this a couple of times last week. Fakes the pitch to Daniels. That is some elite acceleration to the 40-yard line. An accuracy from their quarterbacks, never once mentioned arms. It was all feet. Speaking of feet, the fleet feet of Miles Montgomery, turning the corner, hitting the Jets inside the 40-yard line.
Reserved guy. Not at all. Just not in his nature. And he throws to open up this game and out to the flat. He hits Nate Palmer, who starts at running back. They do get Kevorian Barnes back, but it was a little bit challenging for TCU on offense last week.
Who will be starting in place of Eric McAllister, but expect to see McAllister a lot tonight.
Well, they motioned out DJ Rogers, their tight end, and he's close to a first down. He's a yard short. His formation's very simple in name, left and right, and they plunge ahead with relative ease for a first down and a 3rd down.
Hoover, yeah, I love it.
Hoover Hurd, I don't know. We'll workshop that. Hoover gets it out quickly, as he's prone to do. Ed Small, who you highlighted off of those lineups with his first catch of the night. And Small has played a lot more the last week plus because of the McAllister injury. And the second touch for Rogers, the tight end, as Colorado rallies to get him past midfield. One Texan makes a play for Colorado against TCU. Now another gets the stage with Salter, and he hands off in this improved running game for Colorado. Starts with Welch on the ground with a first down.
He is a big play wide receiver, and they got to give him chances.
He was not at the Sigma Nu tailgate. Confirm that. Caden Salter on the move, into coverage. It's picked off. Jamel Johnson the other way for TCU, undercutting the route of Salter.
What play needed to be made? And Caden Salter, don't throw to that man's zone. It's no fly.
A lot of great players in the state of Florida looking to come back home. Montgomery, glad to have him home. 1 yard shy of the first down marker.
what you're trying to accomplish.
David Jackson, the quick flip, and complete to Dylan Wade. And Austin Alexander, a future star at corner for Kansas, comes up to make the stop.
The game, we got to get our head turned around a little bit more and things like that. So we'll get there. We got a lot of game to play yet.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Miles Montgomery with the second touchdown run of the night, and it's 13-0 UCF.
Is going to continue to get more and more carries this ball game the way he's playing.
Daniels, the flamethrower, slipping through is Gruen. Gruen rumbling to the 25-yard line. Bowden Gruen has been one of the biggest surprises in the Big 12 this season.
Corner stop. He's going to run the corner out. They match him up backside. He's the lone receiver.
Williams does the surge into the end zone, and the Jayhawks find pay dirt. And for the moment, the bounce house is still and a little bit more silent.
He'll move some bodies behind two tight ends, bringing in we talk about 12 personnel, bringing in
Jaden Nixon with a carry. Nixon showing the wheels. A 10-4, 100 guy down inside the 25-yard line. And it's hard to believe that back in high school, Ashton Jeanty was that man's backup. Nixon looking to cut it back. It was not there. Conference contest this early in the season. Jalen Daniels led a touchdown drive last time out. Play action, rips it downfield, complete to Emmanuel Henderson, and that was the big play they were looking for. Before that, the longest reception. Daniels will give to Williams, and Williams denied. Najee Kelly, the former Miami Hurricane, coming up with a stop. And it's Williams to the end zone, his second touchdown of the night. Down.
Well, they're committed to running the football right now. You bring a tight end in motion from the receiving spot and watch him just locating, finds the safety, and takes care just enough of the last defender.
Miles Montgomery, the tailback, at 99 yards rushing in the first half. David Jackson is going to throw it backwards to Montgomery, and Montgomery is going to be dropped for a loss, about a half yard behind the line of scrimmage. Daniels thinking about number one here. To the tight end, what a catch by Carson Brune. The redshirt freshman with a big-time upside. Quarterback head coach duo with the FBS. Downfield, open, what a catch, Cam Pickett off the fingertips.
Well, it's just Jalen using his eyes. Look, his eyes are right. He moves his safety to the right side of the field, knowing he's got a seam route coming back to the left side.
Bounce house is loud. Kick is dying.
And they've accomplished that for the first three drives.
Pressure in the face. Ball is out. Kansas has it. And nearly a scoop and score. Trey Lathan picked it up. Trying to cash in from the red zone. Williams, touchdown number 3.
Not had success with. As we go back and look at the touchdown here on the run play, they've done it with
Montgomery. Jayhawks all over it. Blake Harold, one of the 3 Kansas defenders there, and they outgained UCF by 132 yards. I'll explain. Daniels, the quick toss, and dropped for a loss. Cam Pickett was bottled up by Braden Marshall. Miles Montgomery, number 22 in the backfield. 100-yard performance. Fancher, oh, he got out of it. Still rolling, knocks down his own offensive lineman. This is a man possessed, finally rolling to the 40-yard line.
Perfect example.
How do you knock over your own lineman? He will throw. Kamara nearly got him and just runs right into a brick wall in the form of Tommy Dunn Jr. Busy man here in the second half of the Knights. Didn't see him in the first half. No pressure from Kansas. And this one will check up inside the 1. Well done, Anthony Vaneri. Fancher to throw. Open, caught, and we mentioned just a matter of time before DJ Black got his. 1st and 15. Montgomery bottled up. And another run stop near the line.
Interesting, could be 4-down territory here, so let's see if you can get half the distance.
Fancher caught, 1st down inside the 15. Waden Charles delivering in the clutch. Fancher keeps and is rocked by Trey Lathan with Fancher in the backfield with Miles Montgomery. Fancher will keep. He's going to be short. Kansas holds on 4th down. The much maligned Jayhawks defense with the stop of the night and potentially the season. He will throw. Confident, delivering, broken up. Denying the touchdown is the freshman, Austin Alexander.
24% of his passes outside the pocket, he has to see the field better.
Oh, good run stuff for Keaton Wade on a big night for the edges for the Colorado defense.
You call that a face shot. They can't drop it if you hit them in the face.
And after McAllister, it's Trent Battle. After the face shot, it's a ground shot.
Have to keep outside contained to keep them inside.
Well, I wasn't going to call you Captain Obvious. Thanks for clarifying that. Man-Jack through tackles, still on his feet. He has the 1st down and more inside the red zone.
So we'll see if Quentin Harris and this crew can make up for his loss.
Back-to-back runs, and this one in Harris's area. And nothing doing. It's 3rd down coming up. He drives in the red zone for TCU. Those were the times they could run the ball. They throw on 3rd down. Now Hoover will take off. He's got eyes for the 1st down. And he is very close. Looks like he has it. Just enough for the 1st down. 1st and goal, Horned Frog. Draylon Miller, who just motioned out, the most versatile. Running back turned wide receiver on this play. And that's hit underneath. 1st down and more for Colorado. Terrell Timmons with a big gainer for the Buffaloes.
Trying to get their receivers involved, but they're not blocking them up properly, and that's why they're getting stuffed for 2 to 3 yards.
13th play of the drive. It's a 3rd and 3. It's a wide open touchdown. Omarion Miller has Colorado on the board.
Into the flat. You get the flat route. You got the sit down right in the end zone by Omarion Miller, and he does the best thing here is he doesn't do this sit on the goal line. Oh my goodness, it would drive.
3rd and long. But with Josh Hoover, they've converted a lot. He sees the pocket collapse, and he can't swing out of it. Arden Walker got the ball out of there, and was he down first? 3rd down and 10. Salter out to the perimeter. One move and around the defender. Outside of his protection. On a 3rd and 9. Pressure picked up. Salter underneath, complete to Gibson. Flag is out. He twists ahead for the 1st down. Flags flying everywhere. We've seen Johnson make several plays in this 1st half, including that one. And TCU shifting the line up front. Salter out the back door again. Squeezing through, lunging for the end zone. He's in. Caden Salter on the quarterback keeper for 6.
Was able to make the first guy miss. And you see the read, and then he's got big Atia out there in front of him, puts the stiff on. Perseverance, poise, it's all showing up for Kaidon Salter tonight.
Harder than it looks to do that?
Oh, yes. Very hard.
Major Everhart brings us out of the TCU end zone and curls around the edge.
And so far tonight, Kaidon Salter is making them right on picking him to be that guy for the past few weeks.
One touchdown through the air, one on the ground for Salter. Now what response will Josh Hoover has?
Colorado has more PIs already this year than they've had in the last 2 seasons total.
Off of that 8th of the season on the pass interference, it's Everhart on a creative draw up. He gets 7 on first down. Battles a guy that can go if he gets out into space. Here's Barnes slipping to the outside. Barnes reaching to the pylon, and he is down just shy.
Clear evidence to see that he crossed the plane.
So all the big boys in there on first and goal, and it's Hoover. Definitely in this time. First score of the night for Josh Hoover and the TCU offense behind Chase Curtis at tight end.
Right here, they send the motion out to distract the defense, and then Josh Hoover is going to take it, not go in the A gap, but get all the way outside to the C gap, get a little push forward. Hey, I think Jalen Hurts would have liked that one right there. They must be watching some of that Philly tape.
Can Josh Hoover squat the house?
Kids were in the car with us, but they're all fine, and we're all doing well.
Well, glad to see you here. Glad to see your family as that ball is picked off. Bud Clark, the captain of the back end.
This play, he is right here to the top of your screen. He is going to play his guy, have his eyes on the quarterback the entire time, and then fall back in and jump up when he tries to throw it.
As they get the ball set. Hoover off of the play fake, taking a shot, looking end zone, drops it in. McAllister with the catch and the high five for the TCU fan.
You're going to watch this route. He's going to do a great job getting vertical, stacking the corner, and leaving enough space on the sideline for his quarterback to drop a dime in there. So good of a throw. He didn't even get away from Colorado. I think they were equally impressive.
Well, this one will be brought out by Gibson, and he runs into a wall.
In a groove.
Flashed to Sansolati, only flashed one. Left the other one down on the one-hander. Kaidon Salter after his second pick of the night. He is dragged down in the sack. It's that man again.
If you're Pat Shurmur, you have to find a way to get him an easy completion right here. And I know it's 3rd and long. Sometimes getting your quarterback in rhythm is the way to go. Oh my God!
Run it, and it breaks with Hayden. Kept it on the ground on 3rd and 9, and now that changes the entire picture of this drive with 33 seconds left.
Comfortable with, and they popped it for a big gain.
They got 25 on the Hayden run. Now he zips it to an open receiver. It's Miller, the touchdown catcher, inside the red zone with something to say to Clark. Standing up for the defensive guys.
Hey, man.
First and goal, 8 seconds to go. That's knocked up. That's picked off. Obiizor takes it away for TCU, and they stand at the goal line as the half expires.
And Jamel Johnson right here is going to sniff it out to the flat. They got a guy coming right in there on the sit. He's going to knock it down and say, not so fast. You're not going to do that one again. And Obiizor is just not there.
3 takeaways on the night. They bring some heat. He's away quickly and on target for a first down. So he protected it, got it to his top target. First down, Joseph Williams.
Butt check him. Butt check him.
Butt check him. Here's Gibson dancing in the backfield and a swarming defense up to get him. You would have thought we had done that before. Just we might need to hire dancers. Kaidon Salter with the give. Dallin Hayden has been a demon to tackle out of halftime. Bouncing off hits, another first down for the Colorado back. Plus yards down the field, and Colorado has the rushing edge with this running game that has shown promise the last few weeks. Robert, with Hayden now, we might be on 100-yard rusher watch.
And start coming more over the top so he can be a lot more accurate and more consistent.
See if he can correct on a 3rd and 11. He steps up in some trouble, and he's swung down. Obiizor Mansour with the sack.
Not be able to run it averaging 2.4 yards a carry right now.
So back-to-back throws with nothing doing in the run game. They get the pass game going once a night. And this is what you're just talking about. There is nothing doing right now for TCU on the ground. Short-handed in the middle of that defensive line. So 3rd and long. Hoover over the middle. Curtis, athletic catch. Athletic move. Does he have enough? Diving ahead. Needed the 30, and he got just enough.
We're not going to stop running it. We're going to stay committed.
4 carries in a row for Barnes, and he's toppled over. Ball juggled at the end, but he got it back.
And here they are going for it on 4th and 2.
It's a fake. Hoover lobs it. Wide open receiver. Touchdown. Lafayette Kayue with flags flying after the catch. Sprung free.
There it is. Can't get any more open than that. Kayue makes the catch. Willing to kind of go for it right away, and he's doing that all night.
He went for it to bring up a 3rd down, and a strike from Salter to keep the drive alive. Sincere Brown.
And they run an angle route, which is a deep route, and a deep cross across the formation, and it worked to perfection.
2 decades in the NFL for Pat Shurmur helping out. This is to the end zone. Separation. Miller. Touchdown.
You will not believe it. On the other big play, I talked about that angle. He's going to slip inside and then get back outside, looking over the outside shoulder. He adjusts to the throw, and HBO helps a brother out. Caden Salter makes this throw, and it's way underthrown. But when the ball is in the air, find us on YouTube, like and subscribe, and we'll see you there.
By the next time you listen, she'll be 87-time All-American. Well, good play in the backfield by Austin Jordan to start this drive on defense for TCU.
Instead of just sitting back and waiting to see what the offense is going to do.
Interior pressure, the big point of emphasis. They get interior penetration and run defense with Elarms or bringing up
most drives, whether it's in college football or in the NFL.
Oh, McNeil got hands on him, and then he's taken down with the second man home, London Merritt.
The tackle for TCU consistently getting beat to the punch by this Colorado defensive line.
And that helped Merritt pick up his first sack for the freshman. And Hoover on the run again, lowers the boom, and he's close to the sticks. Where's the spot? They got him out 2 or 3 yards short, still making the call on a 3rd down and 1. Inside 6 minutes to go. Hoover lobs it. Manjack drops it off the bubble. Flag down at the 5. Flag down, Manjack, a touchdown.
And that's going to be defensive pass interference on number 4, Preston Hodge. Look, there is no safety in the middle of the field. These guys are going to blitz. It's called cover 0. He's going to drift in the pocket, knowing he's got to get the ball out fast and give his guy an opportunity to go make a play. Great diagnosis right there by Josh Hoover. Amazing job making the extra effort play by Joseph Manjack, and you can see how pumped up.
So new life in a way for Colorado on a 3rd and 9. Pressure on Salter, falling away into tight coverage, and the turn is made. It's a first down. Heike Williams worked back, slipped out.
Even more pressure on this Colorado defense.
Greaves felt the footsteps of Marcus Deal bearing down on him. So Hoover and TCU looking for a put-away drive, and a first down to start it. And Major Everhart carries the pile with him into plus territory with a first down. Would he be shy, he was asked. He said, absolutely not. He made one bad throw, that was it. He makes a good decision here. Runs for a first down. And comes that much closer to that relief pitcher-like save, bringing it to the 2-minute timeout. The first down could end it. 5 yards to get. Hoover out the back door. Foot race is chopped down by Preston Hodge.
He just said slow-go, which is a slant and go to the outside receiver.
He pumps. He fires. He has McAllister. He's in the back of the end zone. He's in. Riverboat for Sonny Dykes, and it pays off with a touchdown.
Say slow go, and we're going to see if McAllister did make this catch. Jumps up, gets the foot in, has control of the football. That is a touchdown, ladies and gentlemen. And I can't wait to break it down for you here. He was our inside receiver coach when I was playing at Baylor. But universal terminology for slant and go is slow go across every offense. Just awesome to be able to break that down for you guys. And you can see the level of execution